Trading was hard until I understood this one concept. Now, in every financial market, we've seen that every market starts with an impulse, and after that, it gives us a correction and then continues with an impulse. So understanding this, will give you an edge in every market you trade, irrespective of the currency you trade, stock, indices, crypto, and forex. This concept repeats itself in everywhere. So it's from this concept that they state that market moves in waves. As you can see, we have market moves in waves here, and these waves create patterns. So, and these patterns are made out of impulse and correction. So for every trader out there, they are focusing most times on the impulse, because that is where the price is moving. We have the price axis and we have the time axis. If you don't understand what happens here, you can't get this move. If you don't understand what happens here, you can't catch this move. So this simple concept, if I should isolate from this move here, then the established here, we have an impulse, we have a correction, and we have an impulse. So this is the one concept that you need to master, the fundamental of the trend. Okay, so there are names they call this pattern, this move, and from the Dow theory that establishes that every market has an impulse, a correction, and an impulse. And from different findings, it has been established that if you are a trend trader, for you to say that the market is trending, at least it must start with an impulse, and it must correct that impulse and must first break the previous impulse. So this is the fundamental of a trend, and that is why this simple concept is so powerful. I don't care what you trade out there, but you need to understand this concept and also the ability for you to recognize this concept in every market. There are two parties to this. The first is this impulse move. So this impulse move can be in different form, and that is why it's difficult for some persons out there to know this stuff. But if you're willing to learn it, you'll be glad to know that I'm here for you and I can help you simplify this concept. Also, after the impulse, we have the corrective stage. So this corrective stage have different patterns we look at for. We look at for regular flats, we're running flats, expanding flats, contracting flats, triangle, and stuff like that. These are the patterns you watch out for on this stage. And after that, we have another impulse. But there are rules that you need to follow that guide all this. The first is that for every impulse, there must be a corresponding impulse. For every impulse, there must be a corresponding impulse. Now, even if you scale it down in the fractional nature of the market, you see that for every impulse, there is a corresponding impulse. For every impulse, there is a corresponding impulse. Meaning, in a simple term, whenever there is a move up, just wait for a correction to finish, there will be a corresponding move up. Wherever there is a move down, allow the correction to finish, and there will be a corresponding move down. So this is the simplest, easiest way to understand any market. And we've seen that over and over and over again. All right, so now I will help you to see some of these things in a practical market and see how you can position yourself. You see, there are different ways you can approach the market. We believe in top-down analysis, but most times we see that, more especially new traders, if you are doing a top-down analysis, you might forget yourself along the line, don't know where exactly you are in the bigger picture. But if you can understand this concept, your job, irrespective of which market you trade, is to catch the move. Assuming you look at this market here, you can see, for instance, this one has happened and the market is just within here. Now, what you should be telling yourself, okay, good, what actually started this? Now, if this is the first impulse, I know no matter how long it takes this market to be at this point, at the end, I'll be expecting a corresponding move which actually happened. Assuming you are here now and you saw this market going up and down, and you know within your mind, once this move is over, there will be a corresponding impulse that has to do with this. Now, before I show you the practical market, now let's address this issue of support and resistance. Why many support and resistance traders are killed in the market is because they fail to understand these fundamental rules of the market. For instance, assuming this is a support, this is a resistance, this is a support, this is a resistance, this is a support, and stuff like this. Now, what the support and resistance guys will do is to draw your horizontal line and expecting a break at this top. Now, you see, market manipulators are there. They always want to market liquidities and stuff like that. So, assuming you position yourself, they just close above this range and you think, okay, good, the market is going, and they drop it one more time and you think though it's coming down, and they now push it up. Now, the simplest, easiest way for you to understand and not to be killed in support and resistance is to ask yourself first question: who started this move? Support and resistance don't just happen in the middle. There are parties that started it. Either the bull side, the impulse is up, and now the market is ranging. Okay, so once you see something like this, you have it in the back of your mind that you will be only interested when there is a confirmation for the market to move up, because for this impulse there must be a corresponding impulse. In other way around, if the party was started by the bearish side, that means the market is coming down and the market start ranging. So at the end of it, there will be a corresponding impulse, and this is your trade. Okay, so this is just a simple way on how to be profitable in any market, by understanding the one simple concept of impulse, correction, impulse. So at this point, let's see how we can be able to see these opportunities in any market, any time frame. This is US oil 1 hour chart. Now we have an impulse here, we have a correction here, we have an impulse, we have a correction here, we have an impulse. So as a trader, once you see this impulse and at the completion of this correction, this is your trade. Also, you saw this impulse at the end of this correction, this is your trade. Now here, the market start ranging, this is an impulse, this is the correction, this is your trade. We saw this impulse, this is a correction, this is your trade. So at the end of every impulse, wait for a correction, and this is your trade. And you can see that happening over and over again. Also from this angle, there is an impulse here, and there's a correction here, and this is your trade. There's an impulse, there's a correction here, and this is your trade. So I believe by now you begin to see how this thing plays out. Okay, for instance, we have a support and resistance here. For support and resistance, guys, you can see exactly what the market did here. It actually closed below this kind of support, and for your mind, you might be thinking, good, the market to pull down, but what happened? It actually goes in this direction. This is the fundamental of every market. Remember, irrespective of the indicator you put on the chart is the real deal, because this is a visual representation of all the market participants. The chart tells you what is going on. So understanding this concept will change your trading experience forever. Now, I want to give you an assignment. The assignment is this: open any charts you want and see how we'll be able to look for an impulse, a correction, and impulse. Now, see how we'll be able to find out these charts, this move in every market. And if you're able to detect that, that is a beginning of a new you in your trading career. Okay. But if you want to learn about it, I'm here for you. You can contact me using the details below this video, and I'll be glad to help you, to show you how to fine-tune your trading career using this one simple concept. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like this video. See you in the next video. Thank you.